Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a golden oldie, and I do mean that in both senses. This is the Omega Seamaster Professional Diver 300 meter reference 168.1503 in 18 karat yellow gold. The hallmarks place this watch at the very beginning of the 1993 to present lifespan of this design, and the watch even features an Italian-made Lascor bracelet from Sesto Calende, a relic of how the Swatch Group used to source its components, taking the best from every supplier in Europe and then putting them together in Switzerland. This is a watch that wears just like its well-known James Bond stainless steel brother, but with a far richer look, feel, and yes, a few premium features that wouldn't be seen on the steel equivalent for a couple of generations. If anything, I would say this is a watch for a Bond villain, not 007 himself. But you can see that the size is versatile. Hey, some of those Bond villains were little guys. 41 millimeters across the round of the case. The watch is quite slim compared to the current Diver 300s. Those are almost 14 millimeters thick, even as automatics. This right here is only 12.2. Lug-to-lug, it's a 47.5 millimeter case, but the solid end links of the bracelet do extend it out to 53.4 across the wrist. So if you really do have that Bond wrist, like Pierce Brosnan, you don't have to worry about the span of this one across the wrist. But if you're like me and you're a bit more mini-me, you might want to put this one on a strap. It would look ravishing on, I would say, a snakeskin or sharkskin strap. The timepiece does have 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs, so you'll have many OEM and aftermarket options should you wish to throw it on a strap. That said, the bracelet is a significant step up in quality from the Diver 300 in steel of the time, and you can see that most obviously in the composition of the removable links, which are fixed in place by solid gold screws of white and yellow gold, as you can see. The screws themselves are a feature that you would not have found on the equivalent from the period in steel. That would have used pin sleeves. The interior clasp, a little bit different from the diving clasp that's used on the standard watch. This is a slider mechanism that has a single-sided trigger release. It's pretty secure. It's not quite as robust as the standard diver version, but then again, it's not exactly meant for truly hardcore diving use. This is a luxurious, one might even say decadent, all-around sports watch. Helium escape valve, so the capability is definitely there if you want it, and 300 meters water resistant. You can see that the try to get a little bit better focus now. The profile of the case is iconic and unmistakable. Not much has changed externally since 1993, and the 25th anniversary version of this watch for 2018 features the same bevels, the same crown guard profile, and the same satin finished flanks. The bezel is considerably richer than what you'll find on the steel version, even today. Today, it's a ceramic insert. Back in the 90s, it was an anodized aluminum insert. Here, the bezel is solid gold, and it features the most satisfying detent action that I have ever felt or heard on a Diver 300. They should all be that well made. You can line up the index, though not luminescent, with the skeleton-style minute hand, and I will add the dial is all tritium. The hands are luminova replacement, so you get the best of both worlds. All of the value of the dial is protected as a collectible, but the hands do glow, so you can use the watch in the dark. I like to line up a minute hand with a dive bezel because it's just easier to read, more intuitive, and works better than a chronograph if you need to time something between 30 and 60 minutes. Most chronographs only go up to 30 minutes. The Omega Wave, the dial pattern made famous by the 007 watches, is present and correct, but it's subtle. You can see it doesn't beat you over the head. It's there, but you have to look for it. Unlike the steel version from the period, all of the indices are appliqué rather than printed, so you have a higher quality dial with greater depth to it. All of the calibrations are black on white for high contrast. Underneath the case back, featuring the classic Omega Hippocampus or Seahorse, caliber 1109, 21 joules automatic, 44-hour power reserve, stop seconds, as well as a quick sedate COSC chronometer certified. It features a 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate. And if you're wondering how I know this watch hails from the earliest days of this timepiece's production, it's because of the hallmarks on the case as well as the bracelet. They are all pre-1995 hallmarks. There was a change from a scattered series of different symbols before 1995 to a universal Swiss dog's head hallmark in a diamond stamp. And this timepiece features the hallmarks not just of that pre-1995 period, but on the bracelet itself as well as the case, maker's marks and hallmarks from the Italian manufacturer of the watch, so it features double hallmarks. This is a collectible timepiece, but still a very wearable timepiece, an everyday sports watch if you have the panache to pull off yellow gold every day. This one is a genuine survivor with all of its original bevels, all of its original character lines, and all of its original gold. Many of these have been savaged by refinishing, but this one, fortunately, inside, outside, and about its clasp and bracelet, just as much metal as the day it left Switzerland and Italy. See it on the watch box. Omega Diver 300 meter yellow gold. You can see superluminova hands, tritium dial.